Missouri is one of 5 states participating in what is being called Super Tuesday 3. Missouri is the next state in line for voting at the polls. The spring turkey season is now underway here in Missouri. See what the Missouri Department of Conservation and local hunters had to say about this coming season, coming up next. People were looking in the sky for smoke, but no one knew where the smell was coming from. Costa Rica to the United States. See what one Lindenwood buller has experienced in his journey around the world, coming up next. The process of memory isn't just a walkthrough exhibition. It's an interactive way for guests to listen to sounds and think of past images from previous trips they've taken. Just up the road from Lindenwood University is St. Charles Bowl. This is where Rodolfo and the team practices during the week to prepare for tournaments on the weekends. There are many different ways you can call in a turkey: slate, glass, box, or even your mouth. Many mass communication and journalism students are required to take the super semester. Most of us work solely on creating content and working for LUTV. Let's take a look and see what is the super semester.
3, 2, 1, take it.
Well, super semester is a combination of 4 classes in which you'll get all the basics of broadcasting and television news. You have broadcast news writing, television news production, television news reporting, and applied television news.
While taking these 4 classes, we are assigned to jobs in front of the camera as well as off the camera when we work on packages and VOSATs only.
So you're basically a crew member for the LUTV newscast, and you produce and report and write. So you anchor, you do sports and weather, you go out and shoot packages. You get all the experience that an actual TV producer has.
Creating a news package takes a lot longer than one might expect.
For that a minute or 2 minutes, it literally takes you the whole day or even longer if you want to have it look really, really good. People have no idea how long it takes.
Every aspect of creating a package can make a huge difference. For instance, if you forget to alter a light setting in an interview, it could potentially ruin your package.
When you ask someone, hey, can I interview you? They're like, yeah, okay. They usually think it's going to take 30 seconds. You set up the camera, boom, done. No, you don't. You have to set up the angle, make sure they have enough lead room, make sure the mic is working, make sure you have to white balance and all this other stuff.
And sometimes, things don't always go as planned.
Our first newscast, Brett was producing, and like 2 minutes before the show actually aired, or we went on the air, we had the script change, and they put a new word into my script, which I never heard before since I am not from this country. It's Punxsutawney, I know it now. And I struggled to pronounce it the right way, and I said like things like Punxsutawney or Punxsutawney, and it was a bad word.
Students who have completed the super semester say they are prepared for a career in television news.
So I will be a news producer for 2 affiliates in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Fox and CBS. Super semester is actually how I pretty much got the job I have once I leave Lindenwood. The station that I will be working for uses all Avid, iNews, Newscutter, etc. So when they saw that I could use it, I think that was a big reason why I got the job.
The super semester has consisted of 2 graduate students, 6 undergrad students, and a great crew, and 2 professors that have taught us everything we need to know before we get out into the real world. Thank you, Jill and Brandon, for making this semester something we'll never forget. Lindenwood sophomore Michael Coffey added 3 more national awards this season to his already stacked resume, including First Team All-American, MVP, and College Bowler of the Year. He won the individual title for 3 tournaments while averaging almost 218. Coffey started hot the first month and a half of the season.
I made the first 5 all-tournament teams, and then I started to get a little, I guess, self-conscious of it, and it kind of got in my head.
But after a couple of events, he got back on track and set a record at an event in Kentucky.
I averaged 255 at one of the tournaments to set a record for Lindenwood's individual bowling.
To be selected for an all-tournament team, bowlers have to be in the top 5 for total pins knocked down in the team games. Of the 14 tournaments Lindenwood bowled this season, Coffey finished on the all-tournament team in 9 of them. Though it is a team effort, Lindenwood head coach Phil Vida said that Coffey was still one of the top performers.
Well, it always takes 5 players in order to make a good team performance, but he definitely was one of the better performers on the team throughout the year. In just about every tournament that he bowled, he was one of the top performers, not only on our team, but in the whole field.
Men's coach Randy Lightfoot says Coffey's performance was astounding.
Pretty amazing to watch his performance in Tier 1s. I think he had 4 tournaments where he was in the top 6 out of 5.
Last year, Coffey also earned National Player Rookie of the Year and won the coveted Teen Masters. After Coffey graduates from college, he plans on joining the PBA Tour. For LUTV News, I'm Brad Cieslewicz. Missouri is one of the top states in the country when it comes to turkey hunting. I talked with Dan Zarlinga from the Missouri Department of Conservation to discuss the future of turkey hunting.
Well, the Department of Conservation does regular surveys to attempt to ascertain a general idea of how many turkeys that we have and what our population, a pulse on the turkey population. We also do a lot of work on our conservation areas to manage and create good habitat for turkeys.
After a rough couple of years between 2007 and 2010, the turkey population has slowly climbed back up, and Zarlinga believes that 2016 will be a successful one.
In fact, 2014 was a very good year for turkey production, and we had a lot of turkeys hatched at that time. So right now we're looking at 2-year-old young turkeys out there, so a lot of them out there. So hunters should have pretty good success this year.
There are many different ways you can call in a turkey: slate, glass, box, or even in your mouth. Fortunately, Lindenwood University's Trevor Shockley can already call the season a successful one.
So we got set up and called a couple times, and it wasn't 5 minutes before we seen him crossing the fence line, coming right into the decoys, and it was about a 10-yard shot, and I got one down.
While another hunter didn't go out on opening morning, Cody Neagles explains why he enjoys going out every spring.
It's just kind of you against nature. It's an enjoyable thing, and I enjoy getting out every turkey season and killing turkey.
The first weekend of April was the youth hunt, which was very successful, and now the Missouri turkey hunting season goes until May 8th. For more information about Missouri turkey hunting, visit mdc.mo.gov. And for LUTV News, I'm Brad Cieslewicz. Coming up on LUTV News, the St. Louis Zoo needs extra funding, but will residents in St. Charles County be chipping in? Find out what the county council has to say. Plus, police are looking for more information on 3 jewelry store break-ins in St. Peters. I'll tell you about the damage and whether or not police have any suspects in custody. And find out why a major intersection closed through the night after a crash this weekend. We have the details. Those stories plus sports, weather, and more ahead on LUTV News. Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Brad Cieslewicz. The St. Louis Zoo is in need of additional funding and is asking St. Charles County for help. The St. Louis Zoo presented its case Monday night in front of 7 St. Charles County Council members proposing a sales tax for the county. The sales tax would be no more than 1/8 of 1% for county sales. Currently, the zoo receives funding from St. Louis County and St. Louis City property taxes. Council Chairman Joe Cronin questions the proper way to fund the tax proposal. Now the proposal is waiting on state lawmakers. If the sales tax is passed at 1/10 of 1%, it would equal out to about the same as an $8 to $9 admission. Police are searching for thieves who broke into 3 jewelry stores in St. Peters early Monday morning. The owner of Harris Jewelers said he believes the thieves scouted out and studied the store because most of the expensive jewelry was stolen. The thefts occurred between 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m., and each robber used a brick to smash a window and jewelry case. All 3 stores have surveillance video, but the thieves wore gloves and hoods, making it tough to identify them. No one is in custody at this time. A 20-year-old O'Fallon man was killed and another seriously injured in a fatal car crash Monday night in St. Peters. The 2-vehicle crash happened around 7:30 p.m. in the 4000 block of Veterans Memorial Parkway and Cave Springs. St. Louis police say that the car was cut off and struck by another vehicle. The car rolled on its side, throwing both the driver and passenger out of the car. Neither were wearing a seatbelt. Afterwards, the road was shut down in both directions for a reconstruction team. A St. Peters man faces charges after 2 carjacking incidents near St. Louis University. Police say drugs were involved during the Friday events. They say 28-year-old Nicholas Rhodes trespassed in a building, then ran to the nearby Starbucks on South Grand. Once there, Rhodes tried to carjack a woman but was not able to get into her car. He then ran near SLU's campus and was able to carjack a woman's car. Rhodes' bond is set at $100,000 as of Monday. Straight ahead on LUTV News, the University of Missouri will be closing 2 dorms on its campus. Find out why coming up next.